How to create a critically acclaimed role-playing game. And we are analyzing the formula used by beloved role-playing video games from the 21st century. In 2010, Obsidian Entertainment created a critically acclaimed action RPG, which is set in the Mojave Desert, which has been partially destroyed in a war with the communists. You play as a bisexual mailman with amnesia. In this game, a white woman teaches you how to shoot guns, and then you team up with a gay scientist to recruit his dad's veteran buddies to fight in a war, and also recruit a lesbian scientist to have her homophobic cult members also fight in a war against a homophobic groiper with brain cancer. In 2011, Bethesda released a critically acclaimed action RPG set in Norway, where you play as a bisexual Viking who has autism and extreme vigilante ideals. In this game, you team up with a bisexual werewolf, you get fucked up off potions made by white women, you follow plans set by a monk, a veteran, and the son of the god of time, who's also a veteran. That way you can make it into White Heaven and team up with the three ancient veterans to kill the god of time's firstborn son, who's also a veteran. But
so hungry!
In 2015, Bethesda released a very popular shooter with RPG elements set in Massachusetts, which was partially destroyed in a war with the communists. You play as a bisexual veteran who has a savior complex from being the only person who truly understands pre-Great War moral ideals, and also extreme survivor's guilt, because literally everyone he knows is dead. In this game, you team up with a lesbian newspaper owner, and you kill a breakfast cereal mascot because he kidnapped your infant son and murdered your white woman wife. In 2019, Zaum created a critically acclaimed computer RPG set in France, which was partially destroyed in a war with the communists. You play as a bisexual detective who has schizophrenia and bipolar disorder and amnesia and both grandiose and vulnerable narcissism depending on his mood swings, and also is a polyaddict. You team up with a gay police officer and you interview various characters such as homophobic bisexual groiper veteran, white woman, and others. And then you're the voices inside of your head solve a murder mystery where the victim is a veteran. And also this game uses slurs like kipped, koiko, loincloth, fat, and monkey fucker. And even though it has slurs, it made it onto the Nintendo Switch 1. Cyberpunk 2077 didn't even have slurs in it, but they had to wait until the Switch 2. Cyberpunk? More like cyberjunk. In 2023, Larian Studios created a critically acclaimed computer RPG set in Italy, where you play as a bisexual lizard man who used to have childhood post-traumatic stress disorder and antisocial personality disorder, but he got a magic lobotomy, which gave him amnesia, but it couldn't cure him of cannibalistic urges, intrusive thoughts, blackouts where he kills people, and a condition where he's partially numb to most forms of pleasure, but gains an intense euphoria from killing people. In this game, you team up with a gay vampire, a pansexual furry, an alien veteran, a Faustian veteran, a glass half full veteran, evil veteran, elderly veteran, comic relief veteran, bisexual hydrogen bomb, and a white woman. So that way you can kill all of your abusive family members and also kill pervert asexual tentacle aliens. This actually won Game of the Year because they actually had a few key innovations. The white woman is a goth white woman with amnesia. There are fully animated sexual cutscenes, but be careful with the camera angle, because the ESRB, if they catch a whiff of something that's too sexy, the sex is too sexy, they're gonna bump it up to an AO. AO? Wait, like the god AO, the overdeity of the Forgotten Realms? AO's a gooner? That's awesome! Okay, in 2024, Amazon Studios released a TV show based on Fallout, where the main characters are a white woman, an alcoholic zombie veteran, and Maximus. They have a character who fucks chickens, because they understand Fallout better than anyone. That is a good character, and they aren't even the ones making the games. But why is the Enclave still in this show? In Fallout 3, we kill all of the Enclave on the East Coast, and then and also in Fallout 2, we kill all the Enclave on the West Coast. And in Fallout New Vegas, it's like, hey, Enclave, it's done. There's only like 6 Enclave guys left forever. And then when you play Fallout 4, they're also like, yep, the Enclave, it's done. The Enclave is done forever. But actually, they're going to be the main antagonists of Season 3. Also, why are there 5 Pridwins? When we were playing Fallout 4, the implication was that the Capital Wasteland Brotherhood of Steel was pulling out all the stops and bringing their Pridwin and Liberty Prime to fight the Institute, and that's like the biggest, baddest army they could get. But the show takes place 9 years later, and now they have 5 of them. And also, we're going to have to get serious for a moment. We're going to have to talk about a character in this show who's trans-masculine and non-binary. And that character is the Gauss rifle. Fallout 2, actor is a ballistic weapon. The character deals ballistic damage, uses its own ammo type. The costume, it's a sort of cheesy 1960s sci-fi look. And the voice acting, it sounds like this. Alright, Fallout 3 in New Vegas. They're rebooting the franchise. They're Bethesda. They're trying for a more serious game. They reimagine the character. This actor is still in the closet as an energy weapon. The character deals energy damage and uses energy ammo. The costume is some sort of sleek alien assassin sort of look. The voice acting, it sounds like this. Then the actor comes out as transgender. So Fallout 4, they're still hiring them on because Fallout 4, they decided who really cares about the gender binary anyway. We're just going to throw all the guns in. They can do whatever take their whatever feats they want. Ugh. The actor is transmasculine and non-binary. Damage type is ballistic. The ammo is its own unique ammo again. The costume, it's all sorts of different costumes, right? The gimmick is that you can mix and match the weapons. Props to the costume designers, because mixing and matching, usually it looks pretty good. There's a few stinkers like the assault rifle, but all in all, it doesn't look that goofy for a lot of weapons. Ugh. The voice acting, it sounds like this. That sounds really good. It really sounds like you're scavenging this from an army base that was abandoned 200 years ago. And this gun, it's beloved character by a lot of queer Fallout fans who are both humans and weapons. The character, some people say, oh, this character gave me the courage to come out of the closet. This character made me realize I was trans, right? Okay, fast forward to Fallout TV. They need an actor who's a physical prop and not a 3D model. They get another transgender actor to do it, and they take on the Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 3, Fallout 76 actor as a consultant. And what's the point of all this? What's the point of all this? Why were you telling me this? This sounds like a not shitty thing to do. That's true. But people on social media keep astroturfing this one non-shitty thing the directors did as a feel-good story to try to portray the directors as some enlightened feminists when that couldn't be farther from the fucking truth. Well, what do these games have in common? Battletech, Fallout, Halo, Starfinder. The things that they have in common is that ballistic weapons and energy weapons fight side by side. They blow up the enemy's heads like watermelons together because they're both useful for different things. Notice how I said games and not IPs, because if you're watching the Fallout TV show and let's say you're a young energy weapon, what strong role models do you have to look up to in the show? None of them, because the director thinks that all energy weapons are good for is sitting in someone's hands and looking pretty. And if you're an energy weapon actress and you're lucky, you can be Maximus's laser pistol, which lays suppressive fire on an old man because Maximus is too emotionally conflicted to kill him. What the fuck happened? Back in the 70s, female characters could be total badasses, like Princess Leia's blaster pistol. But now in the 2020s, they're just eye candy? Fuck off. What is this slide? What is this slide? Am I supposed to be ranking the pieces of media on this chart? Or is this entire slide just vestigial and the chart was the only slightly funny thing to come out of a joke that didn't make it into the video?